thrown in jail for selling a dime bag of pot. Many people were, and some are probably still in prison for it. But now, cannabis is legal in many states, and the White House wants to take another big step. The Department of Health and Human Services is recommending cannabis be taken from what's known as a Schedule I drug, which would include a heroin or an LSD, down to a Schedule III drug classification, which would treat it roughly as the same as cough syrup or certain types of aspirin. Now, that is not done yet. It's a recommendation. But even the report of it sending buyers into the cannabis stocks. Look at Green Thumb Industries, surging 20%. Others weren't far behind. What exactly does this mean for the industry? Joining us now is Green Thumb Industries CEO Ben Kovler. Ben, what would that mean for the industry if this occurred?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brian. It's a big deal. Today's a big deal with the potential to reschedule cannabis to a Schedule III drug, which would essentially open up the doors. There's a lot of questions, not so many answers, but it's continued momentum. We would applaud the Biden administration for finally beginning to recognize the medical benefits of this product that help millions and millions of Americans across the country. So today's a big deal, and we're hopeful the DEA follows through and reschedules cannabis.
You know, the cannabis market, obviously so much optimism there was and there still is, but, you know, the pricing hasn't been very good. There's not a shortage of cannabis out there in the market. What would this do to the marketplace itself, Ben?
Well, it begins the concept of being able to list a U.S. company like Green Thumb, worth $1 billion in sales, $300 million of EBITDA on a U.S. exchange, so Americans across the country that are smoking dog walkers and smoking rhythm can actually buy the stock. Right now, that's not very feasible. It would mean banking access. It would mean social equity candidates that want to get a loan or a small business loan should be able to get a loan. There should be access to lower-priced capital in a tax system that is much more normal. So it's the beginning and the continued credentialization of the industry and normalization, and really beginnings of more valuation into the businesses that are doing very good.
Is it, listen, I know what you're going to say to this, Ben, but cannabis is not without its issues, right? I mean, the National Institute of Drug Abuse says there are people that are involuntarily committed, because I'm told that the cannabis of today is much stronger than the cannabis of, say, listening to Nirvana and laughing with a bunch of friends. I mean, is there a medical rationale for this? Is there a medical rationale against this?
I mean, let's let the facts speak, right? There's thousands, tens of thousands, I think it's 75,000 Americans are killed by alcohol. We have 100,000 killed by opioid overdose, and you have 0 killed with cannabis. So those facts speak pretty loudly to us. This is a product that's been around for thousands of years. Now, it's not going to be without its bumps. There are lessons to be learned. There's a lot of regulation that's needed. We can't have accidental gummies that have dosages where the user is not clear what it is. That's effectively having a red cup of beer that's accidentally tequila. Nobody would do that. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
So we need calm, rational, common sense regulations in order to ensure safety in this industry. But this product is awesome. We encourage folks to use it. We think it's a means towards well-being, and it's a safe alternative to other opioids and sleep alternatives.
Just make sure you label it, because it's like some of these alcoholic drinks, these hard seltzers, look like LaCroix, and you got to stop your 8-year-old, be like, no, not that one. You know what I mean? Like, just label the stuff.
Yes.
Good.